Hello, and welcome to another episode of the Small Town Tourist Podcast, where we experience and explore everything that makes small towns great. I'm your host, Abby Graves, and today we are talking all about Restaurant Week 2023, happening with Visit Greater St. Cloud. So this is actually coming out at not the best time because we're right smack dab in the middle of Restaurant Week as this podcast is airing. Restaurant Week 2023 is running May 15th through May 21st, but just because the week is going to be ending here soon doesn't mean that you can't go and check out all the amazing places that were featured for this year's Restaurant Week. And I was so excited to be one of the creators helping out with it this year, just going to all the different places and trying as many amazing foods as I can. It was so great because my friends actually came together on Saturday before Restaurant Week. We got together and we hit as many places as we could in the short amount of time that we had together. So it was kind of fun. We did a little mini Restaurant Week crawl, which I can't recommend enough. Even if you just want to go check out the Restaurant Week list and do this with your friends at some other time, there was some great food, some great fun to be had, and I'm super excited to have Rachel from Visit Greater St. Cloud on the podcast today to be talking all about Restaurant Week and the food scene here in the St. Cloud area. So without further ado, please enjoy our time hanging out with Rachel from Visit Greater St. Cloud.
So come on home, claim your throne when life gets you down. It's nice to know there's somewhere to go where folks care about you. We can't give you the world, but we'll give you a crown. 'Cause you're the queen of our hometown.
Okay, whenever you're ready, name, where you're from, and what you do.
Rachel Thompson, Visit Greater St. Cloud, Executive Director.
Awesome. Well, Rachel, thank you so much for inviting me to the Visit Greater St. Cloud offices. I'm super excited to be here today, and I'm super excited to be talking about Restaurant Week.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming in. We're glad to have you in, and hopefully we'll get lots of fun things to eat and talk about, and you can explore it too.
There's no shortage of great food and great places to eat and drink and just enjoy yourself in the St. Cloud area, and I feel like people might not think that, but it's true. There's so much going on here, and it's great that you guys are shining a spotlight on that.
Well, and it's really fun to see what they choose to put on the Restaurant Week, because some of the things that I maybe had in my mind that we would expect to see are not the things that they chose to put on the Restaurant Week, which is great. It gives us an opportunity to be able to showcase them in a different way. Even taking a look at things like House of Pizza and doing a health conscious direction instead of focusing on their pastas or their pizzas for the week. So really being able to dive into not just the iconic things you know some of the restaurants for, but maybe what else is on the menu, as well as new restaurants that haven't perhaps been ones you've thought of in the past. So it is a really fun way to showcase not only St. Cloud and everything that it has, but also the surrounding areas.
That's for sure. So before we dive too deep into this, let's give a general overview. Sure. What exactly is Restaurant Week?
So Restaurant Week is an opportunity for the restaurants to submit one menu item for one of the 7 categories, and then those 7 categories fall on one of the days of the week. So Monday is health conscious, Tuesday is seafood day, Wednesday is pasta, Thursday, sweet treats, Friday, of course, is some beverages. Saturday is unique finds, and Sunday is sandwiches. And so what that means is they get to pick the one thing that they want to be known for the week. Not to say that you can't go and enjoy all of the other wonderful things that they have, but one item that they really want to put a stakehold on for that week. They can only submit one item, so it puts the pressure on them to be able to say what that is, and then for us to be able to shout it from the rooftops and invite people in. It also is a really great way for us to be able to kind of connect with some of those new restaurants, or let the audience, which from our audience standpoints is there's already multiple states involved from a viewership standpoint on what we're doing. And so they can say, oh, I never knew that restaurant even existed, or put a spotlight on the ones that have opened in the last year.
Yeah, and a prime example of that, Arroy is on the list, which I went there for the first time just this past weekend, and I invited some friends to come with me. They had drag dinner out there.
Yes, oh, it's so fun.
And it was an absolute blast, but I sent the screenshot of the drag dinner to my friend group saying, hey guys, let's do this. I'll get the tickets taken care of. Just show up. And my one friend who lives in Freeport, and she's lived in the St. Cloud area for a very long time now, she's like, oh, cool. What time do you want to head down to Minneapolis?
Oh, yeah. No, you don't even have to go that far. It's right here in St. Cloud.
I'm like, no, it's
here. Yeah, you don't have to go to Union Station anymore. We've got a Roy to take.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And she's like, I didn't even know this existed. So it was just cool to get people from the area who didn't know what was going on in the area out to a fun event.
Yeah, absolutely. That's I think their second one. They maybe have done a couple other ones, but they also are planning on doing a few new varieties of drag dinners. I understand that they've got quite the events lineup planned, and so it'll be fun to watch what they have going on over there, as well as with the St. Cloud Pride coming up in September. You know, they really have a strong presence, and being, you know, the queer-owned business, woman-owned and Filipino-owned, they really want to take the stance and be proud of all those things. And that's one of the things that we were able to showcase in Restaurant Week 2. They were one of our videos, and they made sure that that was part of the video montage that we put together, because they are so proud of their heritage and who they are. And they can show that and showcase it in food. And that really is what Restaurant Week is all about, is not only the food, but the stories behind it and the reasons why it matters, you know, supporting those local businesses as well as those people that are a part of that. So the other part of Restaurant Week is, you know, there's a gift card giveaway. Everybody loves to have a gift card giveaway. So there's access points in. We'll give 7 away. And it's also a great way for Visit Greater St. Cloud to get some economic dollars back into those restaurants as a thank you for participating. And so that is open all the way through the end of the week, which is fantastic. And they'll be given away on our Facebook page. In addition to that, we just invite folks out to try something new and bring a friend or two, or mom, dad, or dog. We've got a couple of influencers. I should say more than a couple. We've got like 6 or 7 influencers coming to town, some big foodies from Minneapolis metro area, as well as Jack the Lab, who is a Labrador.
So cute.
Yes, he is. And so it doesn't have to just be the owners, you know, those 4-legged friends can come and partake as well in our restaurant scene in St. Cloud. So again, you don't have to go to the cities. You don't have to travel far. It's right here in St. Cloud area.
That is so great that you're getting dog influencers involved, because I love following them on the internet.
And now you can follow them in real life around the patio and give them a little loving.
It's so exciting.
Yeah, we're excited about that for sure.
I love that. So how'd you go about like finding the influencers to do things and contacting Mr. Jack and getting him involved too?
Yeah. So this is our second one. And so last year, we knew a handful of influencers that we wanted to reach out and ask. There's some local ones in the area. And then this year, we decided to kind of take the same approach and start with the local ones. And then from there, we reached out just on Instagram to those larger food influencers, foodies. Explore Minnesota Tourism has a really good network of influencers as well that they partner with. And so we watch their channels as well to see who's really trending, as well as scouring the internet to find those lists of, you know, top foodies in metro area or the state of Minnesota. And then we just did the ask. We reached out and said, hey, this is what we're doing. We'd love for you to come up and promote it. And what does a partnership look like in that way? And so we've been, you know, they've been very generous in coming up and agreeing to what we were able to do for the week. And there's some folks that have already started their content, as well as some that will be coming during Restaurant Week. So we do the pre-promote all the way through the actual days. And so it's a really fun way for more networks to be able to get involved.
And I think it's so cool to get people, especially the people that are in Minneapolis, up to the St. Cloud area, especially if they're not from here and they're not aware of kind of what the food scene looks like in this town, because I think it's great, but they might be thinking, oh, it's St. Cloud. It's probably just like an Applebee's and an Olive Garden.
Right, and they'd be surprised to find out
exactly
the diversity of cuisines that we do offer.
There's so much good food in this town.
Yeah, the problem is finding enough time in the day to eat it all. I mean, I'm looking at this list, and I think I might have to take like one of the categories for the week and then have 7 weeks of Restaurant Week to get these all in that I want to try.
Let's just make it restaurant summer at this point.
I live my life that way, so I am in. No, and if it's got a patio, bonus points, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So
and it's prime patio season. My friend was just asking me, she's like, hey, I want to have a birthday party for my husband. I need a good patio. And I'm like, here's one, here's one, here's one, here's one. How far out do you want to go?
Right. Yeah, that's one of our most visited blogs, actually, on our website is outdoor dining. And there's, of course, a dog section.
As there should be.
Yeah, so outdoor dining, I mean, going back to COVID and those types of things, like that was a really great opportunity for the restaurants to say, like, what are ways that we can still get business? And so the city of St. Cloud said, let's partner with you. And they closed down the street for a couple of summers. And that's coming back this summer as well.
Oh, it is?
It is. So there's going to be only one lane of traffic open on in our downtown, and they'll have the barriers out, so there'll be expanded dining we expect to see that here in the next few weeks of those barriers coming out. And I know there's a bunch of patio furniture already out on the streets. And so as soon as Mother Nature agrees, I think people are going to flock to that. But it'll be available for everybody. And it's a really great way for the restaurants, too, to expand their footprint in the summer season because, of course, we want to be outside, but it also means that they've got more seats to turn over. So it's nice for the businesses to be able to expand in that direction as well.
It's definitely one of the silver linings that came out of COVID because I love the downtown area, and I think there's so many great places to hang out there and socialize. And the one thing they are missing is adequate patio space. It's just kind of non-existent because these buildings are historic buildings.
They're very historic, and they're built on the river.
They're built on the river and the road.
Yes, yeah, and typically those are all good things, except for when you look at patios. Mm-hmm. We also don't have the rooftop access for the patios, and so the best way to do that is what they're doing and going out to the streets and providing a safe environment for us to be able to participate in that way.
Exactly. I'm so excited for that. That's the best news ever. I hadn't seen anything about the Fifth Ave patio space being opened up yet this year. So
yeah, and they're going to be painted.
What?
Yeah, they're going to be bright colors, which will be fun.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so there's the city went and painted them with some local artists and got them brightly colored. So
that's even better.
Fiesta downtown. They're like the lime green and bright blue, and yeah, they'll be really fun.
I love that. Oh, it just gets better and better every year.
Doesn't it? Yeah. I mean, I think that it's only going to continue to grow, right?
Yeah. No way it can't. People absolutely love it. So getting back to Restaurant Week here, is there a specific restaurant or day that you're most looking forward to?
You know, I think Unique Finds is one that has really had a lot of traction with it because what does that mean? We called it Weird Day in our office. There's maybe a swear word that I won't say attached to that. But we're like, what is it that really is different and unique? And maybe it's not unique in the sense of you can't find it anywhere else, but it's a spin on another item that you'd commonly see. So going through those, Seven West Tap House, they're doing the OMG burger. I mean, this thing is huge. You bring a couple of friends for this honker because you're going to enjoy it, but that or a pillow. Either way, I mean, we're in for a treat. It's got cheese curds on it. It's got beer onions on it. It's got bacon. It's on a grilled sourdough bread. I mean, it takes two hands to hold half of the sandwich.
You got to do the Guy Fieri hunch with that one. Elbows out.
For sure. And like a few napkins, but is it delicious. Yeah, that one is a take on a burger that I am all about. Boulder Tap House has cheese curds like the size of your head, which is fantastic. They're giant square bricks, also delicious, and they come in different cheeses. Try every single one is my motto. Anton's has a play on a salad. They've got popovers that are absolutely ginormous that they stuff with the salad.
What?
Yeah, so they actually open them up and they put the salad inside of a giant popover.
Oh my gosh, it's like a bread bowl.
It is, with honey butter. And then the Pickaloon has a take on a burger. It's a shrimp patty. So they take fresh shrimp and patty it up and put it in that burger. There's also avocado on it, and it's on a pretzel bun. It's got this delicious aioli sauce. I don't know what else makes me happier.
You had me at aioli.
I know. Yeah. Anything from there, I mean, you really can't go wrong. But they also have a wonderful patio right underneath the twinkling lights in our downtown. So I've got to check that one out. Taco Chan it's called the Matched Ton, I believe is how they say it. But the piece that makes it a little bit different is it's a mix between a giant hard shell taco and a quesadilla. And so it comes out and it's this long, looks like it should be like 3 tacos that are all connected. And then it's got cheese in it, and it's got different choices of meat, onion, cilantro, and then side of salsa. And basically you can just like chop it up if you want, and it would be a quesadilla if you put it all together, but it comes out as one long row, and it's a crowd pleaser for sure.
Crowd pleaser or crowd of one.
Well, hey, absolutely.
Define crowd in this situation.
Correct, yeah. They've got some unique things. They sometimes have, it depends, obviously, seasonality as well as as ability to get product in, but they have cactus on their menu.
No way.
They do.
Seriously?
Yeah, they've got fried cactus.
I love fried cactus.
Yeah.
I didn't know I could get it anywhere other than Arizona.
Yeah, no, you can get it right here, Taco Chan.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and then they've got mango on a stick, which is also fantastic. Copper Kitchen, this is a fun one. So it's a take on an Eggs Benedict, but it's crab cake Benedict. Pair that with a mimosa. Now we are
sounds so
talking,
good.
right? Yeah, we should have done this at one of these
I know.
restaurants.
We should have went missed opportunity.
Yeah, and then the Roy's take on beef stew is their beef machado, and it's a Filipino-style beef stew, tomato sauce, red pepper, carrots, potato, all the love baked in, and that one is one of the features. So every day has a feature and a video that's out there as well. So if you really want to get your taste buds going and salivating for sure, check out those videos. They're a little bit of history, they're a little bit of fun, and they're lots of really great food.
And you kind of get to know the people behind the restaurant a little bit more too, which I think is really fun.
You definitely do, yeah. In the blog post, we did a really intentional try at making sure that the history of either the location, the building, and the business was represented. And I think there's a lot of stories that we have yet to unfold, which is exciting as we continue through these restaurant weeks. And we also shake up the categories every year. So you won't see categories repeating for a couple of years in a row. And so it allows for us to showcase restaurants in a different way.
Which is nice because there is such a variety here.
There really is. And we want to make sure that one thing that we noticed last year was there wasn't really a place for the shake shops or the bars that didn't necessarily have food attached to them. And so that's where beverages came from. We really wanted to showcase sometimes beverages take a back seat, and that doesn't have to be the case. They are the forefront. They can be the reason why we want to start a meal or travel, right?
Yeah,
and so,
they're the first thing out when the waitress comes. They get your drink order first.
Yeah, absolutely. And, sometimes there's more than one.
I like the way you think.
Yeah. Of course, Sweet Treats is another one that I am looking forward to, but that's just my sweet tooth kicking in. I think every day is going to be super successful, as well as really informative for people and fun to get out. And so Sweet Treats, though, I think I could conquer in one day. I think I have that in me.
Do a dessert crawl across central Minnesota.
I mean, right across St. Cloud here. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I have to have a few beef sticks in between.
You got to have a savory palate cleanse in there, but that'd be a fun idea.
That would be, I think that might have to happen.
I might need a redo on my bachelorette party or something. Ooh. That'd be a really good idea for getting the girls together.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we can brand that, right? I mean,
I think so.
Why do we even have to get married to do it, right?
Yeah,
let's just do it.
Girls' Day. Sweet treat tour.
You pick the date. I'll be there.
Perfect. We'll make it a whole thing. We'll get matching shirts and all that.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe matching ice cream scoops or something. Or a matching fork.
Yeah. That'd be fun.
Whoever's listening can come up with that. Send it in. We'll make it happen.
Exactly. You have the idea. You have the power. Let's go. This is so exciting. So I'm super excited to be involved with it myself because I am such a foodie. And my thing is I do have food allergies. So I have a dairy allergy and I find it hard to go out sometimes, but I've been learning and adjusting. It's a recent allergy. It's 3 years old at this point. Sure. Wonderful. But there are a lot of great options in the St. Cloud area and just a couple minor tweaks here and there. I can enjoy 99% of these amazing menu items, and I'm just excited to explore. Yeah,
well, we're excited to have you, and thanks for agreeing to do it. And, there are a lot of different type of food sensitivities and allergies, and one of them that we're excited to focus, we did a showcase on them last year, is Mixing It Up Gluten-Free Bakery.
Yes, love them.
It's a hidden gem in Sauk Rapids. A lot of people just don't know that it's there. I don't have food sensitivities, but I go there and I assume, or I have an assumption in my head what I expect it to taste like, just based on the fact that it's gluten-free. Mm-hmm. And I'm blown away every time. I'm like, this is gluten-free? Okay, sign me up. That is one of those things too. And to be able to be more aware of the offerings at different locations, whatever your needs are. I mean, I really feel like the St. Cloud area has a strong presence in intentional cooking and being able to be accommodating to different allergies, as well as just cook with real food. Mm-hmm. And we have some incredible chefs here in our community, and the way that they showcase and their artwork is really what it is, an artwork form of food, and we get to enjoy it through our palates, and they can accompany that with different profile flavors as well as accommodate for those sensitivities or those allergies. So I hope you find lots of things to eat, even with your sensitivity and allergy, and we'll love to follow along.
One thing that I'm super excited for is that margarita with a White Claw jammed into it. Not allergic to that in any way.
No, not at all. I'll be curious. Do you know what flavor you're going with?
Whatever the universe is speaking to me in that moment.
My favorite is the strawberry margarita with the mango White Claw flip.
Ooh.
Yes, I've also heard that the blue raspberry margarita with a lime flip into it is pretty fantastic. But I'm pretty sure with all their flavor combinations, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, it's two wonderful things, White Claw and margarita.
And it comes with chips and salsa.
Like, you cannot beat that. That's just heaven on a plate or in a cup.
All of the above.
Rimmed with salt.
Or sugar, whatever you prefer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so great.
Yeah, I'm super stoked for that. So if people are interested in learning more about Restaurant Week and checking out all the wonderful options for every day of the week, where can they go?
Yep, visit stcloud.com. Not only Restaurant Week, but all the fun things to see, do, eat, and explore in the St. Cloud area. So visit stcloud.com, use the search bar, Restaurant Week 2023.
And just because this is coming out during Restaurant Week, got a little preview of some other things to keep their eyes out for coming up this summer?
Absolutely. The Ledge Amphitheater is jam-packed with huge shows. The Pioneer Place Theater and the Paramount Theater both have shows going on. I was going to say the Paramount Theater, though, has arts in the basement. There's art classes that are always coming through. There's underground artworks on Thursday nights, as well as Monsignor and Clemens Gardens. I mean, you really need to make a trip there if you haven't. The flowers in full bloom. They've got tulips right now.
Do they?
They do. They're beautiful. And then they go right into the rest of the season. Roses will be towards the end of the year. Everything hits peak, late August, early September area, depending on how the weather plays for us. But really anytime now through the end of September, early October is beautiful there. Getting out kayaking on the Mississippi River with Clearwater's Outfitting, you just can't go wrong. From outdoor entertainment to indoor things to do. Crossroads Mall if you're looking for some shopping, as well as our downtown district is phenomenal with historic things, the buildings, the architecture, there's walking tours, there's shopping and eating, and the Mississippi River right there. I mean, there's no shortage of things to do when it comes to the St. Cloud area, especially here in summer.
And if you're looking for something, check out the Visit Greater St. Cloud website. They got it all for you.
Absolutely. Or follow us on Instagram, TikTok. We're on all the platforms. We like to showcase on our TikTok some of the things that perhaps you wouldn't know exist. And then our Instagram is a lot of food as well as those top hitting attractions, and Facebook, of course, as well.
Awesome. Thank you so much for doing this, Rachel.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening to the Small Town Tourist Podcast. I'm your host, Abby Graves. Our theme song is Queen of Our Hometown by Rachel McIntyre Smith. You can stream it wherever you listen to music. And be sure you follow Rachel on her social media platforms at Rachel McIntyre Smith, and her website as well, rachelmcintyresmith.com. If you're curious about anything else Restaurant Week related or any of the great food places I hit up on my Restaurant Week adventures, you can check out the blogs at thesmalltowntourist.com, and you can keep up to date with all of my other side adventures at The Small Town Tourist on Instagram. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next week.